Hi there, I wanted to show you how to make a graph, a Beer's Law graph, using the data you get from your phone app. So for the data that I did, I had a green colored solution. My solution was green colored, so I was looking at the red color. What's the intensity of the red color? Now that doesn't matter what color I'm using, all the steps are kind of the same. So here's my concentrations I have, and here's my values that I got from my phone app. So what I'm going to be doing is I need to calculate what the actual absorbance is using these intensity values, and that's what this equation is down here, where the absorbance is equal to the negative log, base 10, of the intensity, that's the intensity of your color, so that's my R values here because I was looking at red, over the intensity of the blank. My blank is just my water, pure water. And so I want to show you how to do it real quick on the computer. Instead of just using my calculator, it could be a lot faster. The computer will do the work for you. And then I want to show you how to make a graph. So here we go. In this column, I'm going to calculate the intensity over the blank intensity. So there, you can make the computer do it for you by pushing equals sign. The equals sign is very important. Equals the intensity I have, this number, divided by the intensity of my blank, which equals 287. 287. And I hit enter. It did the calculation for me. What's even better is I can take it, put my cursor over it, go to this blue spot right there. Check it out, your blue spot. Now I'm pushing on the left button on my mouse or holding that down and dragging it down. And it did the calculation for all the columns. If you check it out in this one, my formula is B6, that's in this number right here, 214, divided by 287, which is exactly what I wanted. Handy. Let me show you the same idea using absorbance. So here I want to calculate absorbance, which is equal to negative log, equal to negative log. Look, it comes up. Now I'm going to click on it. And then I'm going to do negative log of this value here, the intensity over the intensity of the blank. So I'll push that and hit enter. That worked out great. Now I can drag that whole formula down so every box will do that same formula. So now if I look at this one, it's the negative log of this number here, which is exactly what I wanted. All right, now I've got everything I need. I'm going to need absorbance, and I'm going to need concentration values. Those are the two things I need to make my graph. Perfect. I'm just going to highlight some things at random. It really doesn't matter what you highlight. I'm going to insert chart. Now for this chart, I want to be able to control what's on X and what's on Y. By just me highlighting anywhere, everywhere, it just kind of made up like, hey, did you want this graph? And now I have to tell it, no, that's not quite exactly what I wanted. What is handy though, that it did put absorbance on my Y-axis, which works good. Do you see it's kind of backwards and it has nothing on the X? It just kind of plotted the points. So over here, I want to make sure I'm at scatter plot. Hopefully that'll come up for you. If not, change it by choosing scatter plot. Scatter plot is right down here. And then I want to choose what's on X and what's on Y. My X-axis, I want to, notice these little boxes? I can choose my data range. I'm going to click on that. On the X, I want the concentrations, so I'm going to highlight the concentrations. And then click OK. My graph is looking better now. Positive slope's always better. And then down here, I can see my series. That's what my Y-axis is. If I had several series, in other words, I wanted several lines, I could choose many options here. But here it chose for me D2 to D7. That's exactly what I wanted. If it wasn't right, I could just click on these three dots and choose which ones it is. And now in this part here, I can customize what I want my chart to look like. Like here's where you can put in some titles. I definitely want to put in a chart title. I can choose what my horizontal and vertical axis is titled as. That's handy. Down here is the series. I can change the color if I want to get fancy. But if you go all the way down in the Series tab, that's what I want to show you next, the trend line. Click on that box. Now it creates my linear relationship. I can choose what I want it to be, and linear is how I want to go. It does the best fit line. Your data may not be perfect either, and that's okay. And then the label I want to choose is the equation, and show the R-squared value. The R-squared value tells you how well the line is correlated. So in other words, I like to think of it as 0.92. This is 92% through the data points. If you were able to get through every data point, it would be an R-squared value of 1. So the closer you are to 1, the more like 100% correlation you are, the better you are. You can see now I've got my M, my slope, and I've got my B, my Y-intercept, and now I can use anything I need to solve for Beer's Law stuff. Hope that helped.